How'd they figure it out it was you? Oh, camera. We got audio. Oh, continue. Got audio. Bruce said they figured out it was you. Go ahead and fill the lobby up. I'm live now.
No.
Hello.
Hello.
What map is this? Just do the
I
original.
I just changed it to.
Is this the original map?
I just changed it to. Yeah.
Bane, can you hand me my phone? You don't want to play with us? Yeah, it's just... Go ahead, start it, man. This is good enough. Oh man, I forgot how to play this. Alright, let's see. Did you turn up the task or something?
Yeah, but there's gonna be 3 killers. Wow, this cat is going nowhere.
Oops. Did he get enough votes?
No. Skip got more votes.
Thanks, buddy. Oh, somebody shut the doors. Somebody shut the doors. Let me out. How did we get leaves in space?
Oh no.
Oh.
Nope, Dad.
What?
Someone's antagonizing you, I guess.
Huh? What'd they say?
Black. Oh. Black, this is all your fault.
Huh? Why they're going after me?
Yeah.
Definitely seems it's like the 3 killers, so we should have remembered those colors. Because it was three votes, you know what I mean? Like that seems kind of suspicious.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Ew.
You son of a bitch.
My third try.
Oh shit.
Dude, I was with Beige Bay.
Trying to get Andrew to join us.
Yeah, I tried to get him to join us last night.
I don't think anybody's streaming on this server except for me. You okay? Someone what? That was too many tasks, dude.
Yeah, I'm gonna get him to.
I knew Bruce was an imposter. Do it, do it, do it.
Alright, I have 2 common tasks, 1 long task, and 2 short tasks. Is that good?
I guess.
Alright, starting now. Billy. Alright, I'm imposter.
Test, 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 test. O2, O2. 3, 2, 9, 7. Gotta go back up there. Go back up top.
Dang it, I was so close to being done with mine. Oh, Nero too. Oh, dead. They're talking about you. This dude's speaking Spanish right now. Oh, they think it's black.
Who's who reported?
Yellow. Hmm.
Yeah, you could join Tyler. 1 second. I'm gonna send somebody the link. Do you remember what the code is?
It is HSMUQG.
Da, da, da. SMUQG.
Billy, do you have any reason to vote me?
Because you're a big brother and you stink.
I can't even hear Bruce.
Oh, here. Who do I? What's your in-game name right now, Bruce? Is it Connie 13?
Connie. Yeah, with the zeros and all.
I'm gonna stalk you. Oh shit. Ooh, Bruce. Death is around you. Fucking whoever, like, somebody just keeps fucking sabotaging because I can't sabotage shit right now.
What? No! I was so far away from it. Alright, if
you can still join. You can, hell, you can play on a PlayStation 4. I think I don't know if Switch is compatible. You could play on your phone. That's why this game is so awesome. Is because you can play just about on any device. I think I'm gonna haunt Billy next.
Dad.
Boogity boogity.
Bro, like, did your own teammate rat you out?
Who?
Yellow.
He's not my teammate.
Bruce, you just spoiled it. Yeah.
No, he guessed wrong, so he didn't spoil anything.
It wasn't yellow.
It's not yellow.
Well, Bruce, I can still hear you. When your mic's not even on.
Oh, they kicked him out.
Ooh. Now there's just one imposter. Oh. 2 imposters remaining.
Who could they be, Billy?
I have no idea, Daddy. It's not even me. I didn't kill the person. Come on. No! Why won't it let me do my task?
Because somebody already did it.
Come on.
Kill somebody, Billy. Kill him. Kill him.
Dad, why are you calling me? Where's your goose is sitting in silence? It's just like, where's Bruce? Where's Bruce? That scared me. Oh my god, that scared me.
What's Billy's name right now? Is she not? I guess she's not.
Fairy Prince.
Okay, so this is not Billy then that I'm watching.
It's not lemon.
Hold on, go to private for a second. Get Tyson in here. I don't know why I called him. I think I called him Tyler, but it's Tyson.
Yeah, Dad, could you change your color to a different color?
Why?
Just I want white.
Fuck no, this looks awesome. I don't think I'm gonna be this from now on. Did you change it to private?
Yeah.
Okay, people are still. Oh no, they're talking. Okay. I don't know if Tyson. Okay, he's in. Go ahead, public.
Alright. Which one is Tyson?
I have no idea. Don't matter. Just another random person in here. He says he's orange. Alright, run it.
Alright, 1 second.
I knew it was gonna happen. So, it hasn't happened yet. When do you think somebody's gonna hit the fucking button? Right, the emergency button.
Yeah.
Think it's gonna happen? It always happens, like every game. Somebody just like smashes it. Okay, this Brimstone dude is doing asteroids. Where's that dude's name at? Okay.
Yeah, I think Billy's the imposter. Yeah, I think Billy's the imposter.
So it says Orange was scanning. This Beige Bay has got trash. Are we voting somebody?
I know, I'm voting blue because he said it wasn't him.
Alright, let's go. Oh. Come on. Oh shit! Who was that?
It was Mr. Among Us.
I have no idea how you're saying your name, but what's up, man? KK?
Alright.
That was pretty.
Vote.
That was pretty bold. I already voted. I voted to Mr. Among Us.
I forgot. I didn't know where he was. Eat. What the heck? I'm watching Mr. Among Us.
All right, I have nothing I can show anybody, I guess. Just fucking wiring. I'm engineer. I don't think that's gonna help my case.
I knew it.
Hey, Ashley. Answer it.
Bro, he's still trying. Dude, he's still trying to blame Black.
What does he want?
Vote Black.
Yeah.
No. Dude, people can't be this stupid.
What are these for? Like, what do they do?
Yes! Finally!
Oh, these are for like a shelf. I was just next to Stormy. Is this guy yellow or banana? That's yellow, right?
Yeah, that's yellow.
Because those were the two running around with me. I did see TDRX, but he ran up the other side.
Dude. I died trying to follow Mr. Among Us and nobody figured it out.
Chad, you're muted if you're trying to talk to us.
How'd you know I was trying to talk to you?
'Cause you,
Oh. You were muted.
The icon popped up, no voice did. Let's see.
we need a vote.
A vote?
No, we got 2 more imposters left and only like 5 of us. We need a vote. Son of a bitch.
I knew it was cyan, but I did not know.
Alright, put it on
was-
private so we can get Chad in here.
Private.
Did you send him an invite?
Oh.
Oh shoot. I don't remember what his
Ghost.
name is. Ghost. Ghost.
Because I spend a lot of time as a ghost.
It doesn't show their name, it shows like how do I explain? It doesn't show their name, it shows like their
William he's got a new VR. He does not want to get off of it.
Okay.
Ellie, she says whenever she gets home, she's down.
What's this? Is that a new job search site?
Andrew's Oblivion.
Yeah, it's a video game.
I know. He needs to be searching for a freaking job. Like, working part-time at Arby's at 22, it's time to move on if you're not going to school.
True. So I can't find your name, Chad.
Alright. Why can't you find my name?
Just send everybody in your fucking friends
Nope.
list an
I
invite.
figured it out.
That's the easy way.
I found him. Yeah, I sent an invite.
Alright, let's see here. One new request. How do I accept?
I don't know, man. You're playing on the phone. I don't play on the phone.
Unfriend? No, don't want that button. One new request. Ah, here we go. Incorrect version. This room was made with Among Us. What?
Yeah, I sent you another invite.
Sounds like he has an update or something.
Yeah, I might.
Alright, go to public until he figures that out. What it says Among Us what? Like version or something or
Yeah, this room was made with Among Us 2025.4.15.0.
yeah, it sounds like you need an update.
How do I update?
Well you got
Settings?
you got an iPhone, so I have no idea. I think it's through your app store. Kinda jumped the gun on that one, did you, Bruce?
Yeah, but I didn't want us to get kicked out.
Oh, it was timing out.
No, I just didn't want it to time out. Are you in the game?
Who, me?
No,
No.
no, I'm talking about this.
Oh, okay. I could try, well, I don't know if it'll erase me from y'all's side if I delete the app and reload it.
It should. Where's your app store? Just you just go to the app store and just update it. Update that.
Just that simple, huh?
Yep.
Let's see.
Dad, want to explain that?
Explain what?
That you're near the body.
Was I near the bodies?
Yeah.
Well, you were obviously near the bodies. If you know that.
No. Because I reported it.
Well, I was on the right side of the ship.
Then you came down to the
All right, Bruce. I'm not gonna do it with back and forth with you because I don't even know where you're coming at. Like your shit, it just makes sense. Black was by okay. So you obviously you're throwing shade because I think you're an imposter. So I mean you
Why?
Because you were just following me around, not doing anything.
No, I wasn't. I was.
I know you weren't. I was trying to do the card swipe, and you're just standing there watching me.
No, I was literally doing the. No, I was doing the card swipe.
All right, well here it is. We'll find out.
I know you're the imposter. I know you're.
Eat your words.
I am going to.
Yeah, shout down on them because you're not eating dinner, I
Yeah.
guess, because dinner's not ready. So eat your own words. Now what do you gotta say?
I have no regrets.
Yeah, you started that. Well, fuck. I didn't mean to exit. Yikes.
You in the game?
Yeah, I'm in the game.
Have you updated the game yet?
Let's give him a second. He'll unmute his mic when he's ready. Tell you what. Why'd you suspect me of killing the bodies when you followed me from task to task to task?
I wasn't.
It doesn't
following
make
you.
sense.
I was trying to find you because I had a suspicion.
Every task
of
that I did, you
imposter.
were standing right there.
No, I wasn't.
Then you obviously
Wait.
weren't paying attention like you thought you were.
Was I? No,
Because
was
you
I
were standing
in
there.
Was I in navigation with you?
I mean, you must have followed me.
No. No, I wasn't.
How'd you know I was in navigation then?
Because on the tracker, I tracked you. When I was in admin, I tracked you, and then
Okay,
I did the
but why
consequence.
are you getting loud whenever you were wrong? You're trying to like justify your vote, but you're wrong. You know what I mean? Like, fuck. Yeah, this 3 imposter thing's crazy. Okay, voting yellow then, I guess. Maybe turn down the discussion time just a little bit. Just 1 step down. I'm gonna go die in electrical now. You might have to turn that 3rd imposter off, dude. kind of looks like Chad's character. I don't know if that's him though.
Dad, are you in?
And you're still muted if you're talking. Go ahead and run it.
Oh wow. That's why no one responded to anything I said.
Well, we said something a little bit ago that you were muted too, and
Yeah, but I unmuted it.
no, but
And we were talking, and
but you went back muted, and then I said something again because he asked if you updated it, and I said he'll unmute his mic when he's ready to talk.
oh, okay. Yeah, well, yeah, it's updated. I didn't even know it went back to muted. It's updated now.
What was the How do you have to press something to mute it, or is it randomly?
I mean, I just I don't know what I did. Maybe when the text came through, I don't know. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
It's
I
blue.
don't know.
Did you get in? Because it looked like your character was in here. It just wasn't your name.
No, it's I'm sitting here at the. Is it a local online?
It's online. We're in a match right now, so we'll have to catch you when this
Okay.
one's over.
So I need to enter code whenever it's time.
Yeah, which the code is in Discord. I don't know if you want to write it down, or
Yeah, I can do that.
you just let me know when you're ready for it.
Are you gonna tell me it?
Yep.
All right. Ready?
HSM UQG.
That everything?
Yep.
House, snake, moose, unicorn, queer, golf.
I guess.
Okay. It works.
We have speaking of snakes, we have a snake in our backyard somewhere. Well,
Yeah.
I think it's like a copperhead or a rattlesnake. I didn't get to see it, but the way that Ashley described it, it was fucking an anaconda.
Dad,
An anaconda.
That guy left?
I guess. You weren't the imposter?
No.
I had suspicion of imposter in it.
Alright, go to private. Like, you gotta start using evidence. We're ready for you, Chad.
I'm typing in the code right now. I'm cancer free, by the way.
Glad to hear. Alright, Bruce, go ahead.
Public
I'm
now?
in.
What made you think I was imposter this time?
Because I saw you trying to do trash, but then I followed you and then you didn't do the other part of trash.
I was scanning in medbay.
What?
When you were saying that, I was literally standing on the pad scanning, and Purple was watching me.
No, I was just. Oh. Oh.
I figured Bruce was just deflecting.
Yeah. What is Billy still in here? And Billy still in the games? 'Cause I ain't really heard much from her.
Billy, say something if you're alive.
Start the match, Bruce.
I am.
You're starting it with 11 people now.
I didn't stream. Alright, I'm engineer.
That's exactly what an imposter would say.
Yeah, but it's like exactly what a crewmate would say also.
Alright, I'm gonna go
That's
ahead
true.
and get electrical out of the way. There it is, right
Oh,
there.
yeah.
Just
there
soak
is.
it in. Soak it in. Fucking Christ.
Why would someone do that right
Because
now?
they do it. They do it all the time. It's like some guild or Discord they're there, and they join random lobbies and just hit the button.
Hey,
Just-
guys.
Just to be
Dude,
trolls, man. It's so stupid.
Well, we know who we're voting for then.
Yeah. But you shouldn't have started this with only 11 people in here. It's just gonna go quick.
Technically, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9 people.
Who gone?
Now we have 4.
Oh, Bruce.
I'm
Bruce.
Ah. Okay, I thought somebody was chasing me.
Bruce.
I'm engineer.
Yeah, Bruce.
I'm engineer.
I'm not even watching you. I'm just saying your name. Because that's what you do with me. I saw you try to do the download.
Dang, too. Any suspects?
Well, I'm dead, so
Oh. So you know who?
I can't talk about it, but
Yeah. So, how's Ashley doing with being the state thing?
oh no, that's
What the
no,
heck?
that shit went out the window.
I went out the window.
Yeah, there's no telling what's going on. It's just there's no paperwork anywhere, like, so it's just
No paperwork.
yeah.
Well, that's stupid.
Honestly, it's just a dead issue.
Like, she's not the actual estate?
Don't know. Don't know.
You don't know. Alright.
Like, there's no paperwork, so it's like, don't know where to get that information, where it's registered at.
Well, the executor would be named in the will. Has that happened?
Not that I know of.
Okay, well, yeah. Because someone would have to dictate her as the executor.
As far as we know, everything went to the one person.
Well, I mean, that... Yeah. And of course, that one person, if there does have a will that contradicts anything, you don't have to cough it up.
Ashley said it wasn't filed with probate. So,
Yeah.
but,
So if it was never filed and he's got the only copy, then...
yeah, Shark, you can join the codes right here. HSMUQG, but you got to get in here when there's a slide open. Bruce, run it.
Here.
Maybe next round, Shark.
Is there anybody else on this voice conversation besides us three?
It's
Billy.
broadcast live.
Oh, okay.
That's why it says we are live and then exclamation point.
You gotta let me know shit like that whenever
Well,
I'm talking.
you literally joined a chat that says we are live.
I don't know that crap, man. You know how to get on stuff?
Oh my god.
Yeah, we might have to go ahead and report this dude. Can you kick this dude? Like, ban him from the server?
What does name? Motel. And now I'm kicking him.
But you also have to ban him, Bruce. You can't just kick him because if you kick him,
There was no ban.
he just rejoins. There's a second
Ever-
option. Like
There wasn't.
I've went through this with the fucking guy that said he was from the middle school and was spamming the N-word.
Hmm.
Alright, red guy, Quiet Tex is doing asteroids there.
Yeah, I have the trash.
Did you unplug the fan, Ashley?
You Chad,
Yeah.
follow me.
Follow you? Which one are you?
Okay, I'm white.
Okay.
Oh, whoa, whoa.
Oh, man.
Any suspects?
Yeah, star.
Star. Okay.
Yeah, you could join. It's the code is HSMUQG. It might be imposter though. Might be shapeshifter, but we'll deal with that later. Did Billy just disappear? What's going on?
No, she's still
Check
here.
and see if she's got her mic muted or something. Like, cause I ain't heard from her in like 40 minutes. Which
Mike.
oh, okay. I was gonna say, if you don't hear from Billy, she's not breathing.
Where's she at?
What do you mean? She's in the.
Like,
Because I muted my mic.
I think she's in the game,
Oh.
but I haven't heard from her.
She's in the game, yeah. Oh my god. Oh my god.
another? You got a freaking, what's they fucking call that guy? John Wick running around?
What?
Hmm.
Billy, speak through the mic.
Somebody voted for me.
That was the guy that killed me. Let's see if he was a shapeshifter. Yeah, he was the imposter.
Among Us.
Do my tasks on electrical since I'm already dead. Alright guys, it's only one guy left. There's one,
Dad.
2, 3, 3, 4, 5, 6 people. 1 in 6 chance.
1 in 6. You saying we're just taking a random pick? Are we focusing on one person here?
No. Actually, it's a 1.
Yeah, 1 in 5 if you're not counting yourself, but
Yeah. Let's throw one out there then.
there you go.
Mm,
Your decision is lost on you now. So you don't have to make any more.
that's true. Boom.
All right,
Gotcha.
guys, go ahead, start putting the code in. It's time. Yeah, I guess Ellie ain't gonna join us after all.
I mean, she says she's totally out or just dinner? She sent a text saying she had to eat dinner.
She said she's not gonna be able to join or something. Hold on, I'm trying to text somebody else right now.
No.
Should I start? There's 14 people. Yeah, I'm gonna start it. Engineer.
What is a tracker?
You can track people. So look, see the button that says track?
Yeah.
You can track me.
Where's my
Now look at
mouse?
your map. If you look at your map, then you'll see me on it and like where I move, and you'll see if I have a suspicion.
I guess I can't do asteroids.
Do you have asteroids?
Oh, it has to be assigned specifically to you.
Yeah.
I don't know. I normally just run around and do whatever. Hit the use button.
No, Andrew's Discord isn't working. Emperor said vote me black.
Yeah, I kind of fumbled on that one. Killed with everybody in the fucking cafeteria still. I was texting my recruiter and I come back and just killed some random.
Alright, I have trash. I should have said that.
Hmm.
Oh my god! No, I could have gotten the freaking vent. Wow.
Hey, Ashley here.
Do what?
I think she's texting right now.
Hello, Andrew.
Hello, lazy.
No way someone actually believed him.
Wait, can you hear me?
I hear you.
Can you hear me?
Bros.
What's up?
Well, I'm about to exit the game now because you didn't hit.
There we go. Now my Discord's working. What y'all up to?
Among Us.
No, I can't play online games at the moment. Downloading shit.
It's Among Us, dude.
It requires internet connection.
What are you doing? Or what are you
Right now,
updating?
downloading the Borderlands game.
What Borderlands game?
All of them.
Why?
Potato.
Because me and Pari are going to be playing it over the summer. Borderlands 4 is coming out in September. Actually, a couple days after my birthday.
Okay.
Mm.
And it's going to be kind of a...
It was like Zach Post was back.
Who?
The guy that works at some kind of elementary school.
Oh, hey, it's your favorite band.
Lazy.
Oh, great. You found us.
Make sure to say I said hello. Make sure to tell him that.
I think he can hear you.
Daddy.
No. Well, I say hello.
Bruce, what we waiting for
stranger
here?
from the internet.
You are the lobby host.
Like I said, I can't play.
Waiting for other players. Oh. I'm the engineer.
Are you
Yeah,
sure?
sure you are.
Mm. Well, who wants to watch me scan?
I will. 1 second.
Be a
Guys,
trap.
like the imposters, trust me.
Alright. Watching you.
Stand close so I can get you.
Well,
Oh god. Is that bad? My Steam is like not load because I have so much internet. It's fucking dumb.
When's the last time you restarted your computer?
I just restarted it like 2 minutes ago.
Hmm.
Bruce, did you kill somebody and then come see me?
no.
No. Would you tell me if you did?
Pretty-
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
He's a liar.
Look.
Mm.
When I die, I'll make a noise. That shows that I'm not the imposter.
Well, I would have totally killed somebody then came see you. Totally would have done that.
I
Well,
would
that's
have done
because
that
you're an
too.
amateur.
Mm.
I would have done that too, but I couldn't because I wasn't the imposter.
Mm. I did. Dun, dun, dun.
I would have just verbally assaulted somebody and then came to you.
Oh, really?
Wow.
Something you would do. Oh, Chad,
Probably
I
made
have
some
Chad.
slick comment about their intelligence. Maybe their dry skin.
They're dry skin.
Yeah.
Alright.
Maybe their crooked
I have
teeth.
dry skin.
Hey, don't talk about my eczema.
Well, I don't think you eat enough omega-3s, Andrew. That has a lot to do with it.
Hey, I just ate a bowl full of vegetables. I don't want to hear it.
I said omega-3s.
I have a,
Omega-3s
Oh,
is that fish oil. It's a fatty acid. You can get in walnuts too.
Oh yeah, no. So the things mom hates.
I saw yellow.
Exactly.
I'll pick out yellow.
Something your diet is greatly deprived in.
Hey, I
Yellow,
would bring more
yeah,
fish
real
to the
yellow
house. Mom
flag.
just doesn't like it and hates when I cook it.
How do you feel about
We-
RFK taking out all the dyes in your food, your favorite foods, Andrew?
My Swedish fish, they're ruined. They're gonna get banned. I have to go across the Niagara Falls and smuggle them across the border. They're gonna get like held up with the U.S. military, and they're gonna be like, "There are no Swedish fish." Rack shotgun.
Well,
That's trash.
you could always send them down in a barrel over the Niagara Falls.
Yep. And for no random reason, I'm moving to New York, guys. I'm joking. I refuse.
You want to talk about being broke? Try living in New York.
Yeah, fuck, that's horrible. Especially with rental prices.
Oh, dude, it's insane. I don't know how anybody lives there.
They squat. Squatters' rights.
That's probably the only way. You're correct, Brian. Because, like, holy shit.
And I seen
Well,
a guy.
I do know some
That's
places
what
like
happened.
LA and like probably New York too. They have like price control, like so you can like lock in for like long periods of time, and like people like never leave, and there's only so much they're allowed to raise the rent each year, so they're, you know what I mean? It gets really lopsided, but if you ever leave, it jumps way up. Don't know how all that works exactly. Not really a renter.
I've seen a guy on Facebook asking, like, is there anywhere that will rent with, like an eviction on your record or something like that? Like he was trying to
Yeah.
find.
I imagine it's pretty hard.
Yeah, once you start making those choices and those decisions, that it's just kind of, it's a snowball effect. Like, makes life real hard.
Excuse me. That's why you don't do drugs, kids.
Well, you know, just because somebody got evicted doesn't mean they're on drugs. It could be a lot of things that led to it, but then again, I mean, I know there's a lot of people that they decided not to pay at all during COVID, and of course, eventually that came back around. So yeah, they owed. I know that was a lot too. Like, who knows? I know prices have gone insane and cost of living.
What did the tracking thing actually do, though? Like,
I believe you plant a bug on somebody, it tells
See
you
that little
round
angel
about their
thing?
location, and you follow them.
Bruce, I know I'm muted.
where's
Did that help
Billy
you?
at? I'm gonna track Billy.
Dada.
Yeah, Billy's
I don't
the
hear
imposter. I
Billy.
feel it in my bones.
So why did he call a meeting if there's no dead bodies?
Because he saw
Well,
something suspicious.
I'm done with tasks, so
Is there unlimited button pushes, or just a few?
I set it to 5.
Okay, so maybe the imposter could be wasting your button presses.
Yeah, I'm gonna say it's the red.
ooh,
Hmm.
well, they know we don't know.
But do you know? And he knows. And I know he knows. It reminds me, I gotta go to work tomorrow. Better make sure I got a clean uniform.
Dude, you were wearing a fucking hoodie when I seen you at work.
Yeah. Guys, I was in the freezer for a bit.
I thought I was dead, but I guess not.
No, don't worry about it. Don't you?
Oh, wow. Red just ran right past me and now he's dead. And we got victory? How did that happen?
I think everybody did their task.
Oh,
Or the thing left. The guy left. All right.
okay.
Andrew, are you joining?
No.
We
Like I
should
said,
have
my
done it.
internet's too laggy.
You don't have it on your phone?
No.
Get it on your phone. Unless it costs
No.
money.
And it does cost money.
Mm. Money.
Nothing in this life is for free, Bruce.
Except for air.
For now.
Yeah, it's gonna turn into the Lorax. We have to buy air.
I wouldn't be surprised.
They already sell air in a can, but
What?
yeah, I wouldn't trust it.
Yeah, they do.
What's going on, Bruce, man?
I forgot I was the host. Also, I was drinking my tea. I'm British.
You're British?
How am I not? Oh, okay. I am Tracker.
So how much longer am I gonna have to wait for
I will
the
prove that
7
I'm
days to die
Tracker.
update?
So I have a couple ideas for skits on 7 Days to Die.
Mhm.
Oh god, go ahead.
So we build like a motorcycle ramp with loop-de-loops, and we put fire barrels and stuff on them.
You know, Chad, that's very suspicious. Why did
That's
you go? Why did you go all the way around, and then to electrical, went to the lighting part, and then
No.
lights got sabotaged?
I believe that was in my task for something to do with wiring.
Hey, what is Billy's name? Like, Billy, what's your name in this? Right
Fairy prune,
now? Oh, okay.
fairy poos.
I'll be watching you, Billy.
I have a suspicion of Chad. Chad,
Okay.
Are you the imposter?
No, but does it matter if I say no? No.
It really doesn't. Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless you have something to prove that you're not the imposter.
I know you're this one right
You
here.
want to watch me do a task?
You're this guy right here, huh? Level 16.
I think the stalker.
I'm gonna vote you. I just voted you, Billy.
I don't like the stalker. His eyes.
Because you're jealous of his hippopotamus helmet?
Do you have anything like ejecting trash, doing shields, or any of medbay scan, Chad?
Hey, Chad.
Yeah.
How would I go about catching
I got fixed wiring, which I don't like. The flashing one's the one that needs to be done, right? Fixed lights.
Yeah, fixed lights.
Well, that's not the way.
Somebody come scan this card for me. Holy crap.
Mike.
I do not want. Oh, the pink guy. Pink guy. Pink.
And who's the pink? Who's the pink guy?
Violet.
I know the purple guy.
Violet? No, I was with Chad. Oh, the dude Violet. Billy, stop spoiling the game. Now I know who the imposter is because Billy just came over and said, Violet. It's Violet. Unless it's shapeshifter.
Well, I'm also telling you that Violet killed in front of me, so like you could use that.
Yeah, but probably could be a shapeshifter.
Fucking half people voted for Coral and the other half voted for Pink. I hate. What is it? It's Isn't there like 3 shades of pink in this game or something like that?
I think so.
Alright, Dad, let's see what you're doing.
I'm about to call a meeting.
Yeah.
Vote that guy out.
Oh,
Who we voting out?
Oh, wait.
Oh, pink. Totally
Yeah.
pink.
Call the meeting.
Oh,
Call or
shoot.
report my buddy. Yeah. I was like, he knew I was gonna fucking call the meeting, so he come over and kill me.
Yeah, it's definitely pink.
He is the pink guy.
All right, tell
I
him.
mean, pink Pakachu or whatever.
dude, this guy's like. I tried
Put
download
the-
3 times. and-
Put the guy eating toast in the cat suit.
Let the guy eat toast. Also, I'm pretty sure they're a popular streamer. I'm not sure though.
Hey, did you say that she was eating that she was eating toast?
Oh, wow.
Ah, they voted me off.
How the hell did
Fucker.
between the two of you guys? How did Violet not get 2
No,
votes?
Yeah, whatever. I'm out now.
I
You get-
did 2 votes.
You guys fumbled that one.
Yup.
Oh my god.
Wow. Just watch. Kill again.
How did all 3 of them die?
This lobby's like
Consider not
trolling
doing
us.
that.
These like this half this lobby got to be like in a Discord just trolling us. Oh, is that the color rose? That's
Yeah.
It pisses me off so much.
Oh.
The fucking colors, like pink.
It's rose, pink, and coral.
It pisses me off. So
But
much.
it's just pink, pink, pink.
It is.
Dark pink, light
It's just-
pink.
Yeah, it's just more shady pink, light pink, and
Finally,
darker pink.
somebody still voted. Who just left?
Oh, it was Violet because she rage quit because she was imposter. Like, imagine.
Dude, she should have got voted out like 2 votes ago.
Yeah. Like, see, when I'm imposter, I rage quit because there's no reason I should have gotten voted. But
Yeah, what did
we
you say, buddy?
what we called back in the 90s was a temper tantrum. That's what that is.
that's just a baby crying.
Also, I mean, I almost rage quitted Oblivion because how glitchy the fighter guild was. That's the only reason why I'm in this VC right now.
Did you download the mod with the jiggle effects?
What do you take me for?
Deviant.
Wow, okay.
What is a deviant?
You know what? If that's what you think of me, I will download it now.
Google it.
I think that's how you spell it. Unusual or accepted standards, especially. Oh.
What? Wubba wubba dub dub.
Wubba wubba dub dub.
Are you
No
Rick
one
and
was
Morty?
ejected.
Are you Rick? Rick and Morty?
I mean, if I got a little bit dumber and Dad started making portal travel, then probably. And a worry,
I
yeah.
think you're about equal intelligence to Morty.
Hey, so I got a question. Like, say if you got a time machine, right? And you went back in time. Let's say you went, like, I don't know, seen Romulus, the first king of Rome, right? And you asked him what year it was. What would he say?
He would probably say something in Latin that I wouldn't understand because he doesn't understand what I'm saying.
Well, I mean, my point being is, like, he wouldn't say 300 BC. You know what I mean? Like, what
No,
year would it have been?
You are correct because they went off of their own calendar. Though the calendar we go off was created by the Catholic Church.
Well, actually, it was created pretty much Julius Caesar is what we go off of. But they still would have had their own years.
What do you mean, Julius?
And even the solar calendar that we use today, with the 12 months, it was designed by Julius Caesar.
I'm pretty sure it was the Catholic Church created it, right?
A pope made an adjustment to it, but it's Julius Caesar's, like, one of the things he did.
Wait,
Just like the days of the week. The days of the week are, there was a huge Roman influence.
There's also
Tuesday's the Norse god of justice, the one that stuck his hand in the wolf's mouth.
Mm-hmm.
Wednesday's Odin, which they used to say with an O. Thursday's Thor, and Friday's Fae. They named it after the Germanic gods because they, how fierce fighters they were. Romans always bribed gods to come over to their side. It was like kind of like their thing. That's why they had so many gods.
I'm gonna kick out two controversial thoughts, and we'll go back to your question.
Okay.
First one being that there's actually supposed to be 13 months in a year.
Yes, there is.
And that would every month would be 28 days.
Yeah, that Hebrews actually used to do that.
The second thing is that apparently there's a theory that the Holy Roman Emperor, I don't know which one, when it was, actually changed the calendar to where he started his reign during a certain time.
Yeah.
So we're actually 300 years ahead of where we're supposed to be.
This is exactly why I have this question, because I watch all kinds of stuff on history, things like that. You know what I mean? And not once at any of this stuff. Like today, I was watching a course on the Roman Republic, and it even brought up a traditional Roman calendar, right?
Mm-hmm.
And this is pre-Julius Caesar, and they went from line to line talking about how to understand the calendar. Why, because there wasn't numbers for under the months; it was like letters, but they represented H was market day. You know what I mean? Another letter represented a day that you could do legal actions, and the Senate was in, things like that. But when it came to the very bottom where they had the numbers, they skipped it. They didn't talk about what that was, the year. It's no one talks about it. It's you know what I mean?
Maybe
I understand pharaohs
living in the moment,
Well, I mean, the Greeks and the Romans kept too many documentations for that. I could see the pharaohs, Egypt being the third year of Ramses. You know what I mean? Kind of counting the reign of each pharaoh as being the year. I could see them doing something like that, but not the Greeks and not the Romans, especially during the Roman Republic. They were during the Republic time, they were very much against giving one person too much. So they would have kept it about Rome. So I don't know. It's just one of those great mysteries. And what you're talking about, the 300-year gap,
wasn't that
exactly my point? What I'm getting at. Wasn't
that the Dark Ages or whatever? It's
yes, that's exactly my point. It's I'm trying to prove or disprove it, and it's weird that you can't establish any other timeline. And I mean, we could go BCE if you want, before Common Era instead of before Christ, and it's still I can't find anything. It's no one talks about it. No one has anything on it.
Wait, I have a question.
What's that?
So Little Caesars made the calendar?
Not Little Caesar. Julius Caesar.
Was he the founder of all
pretty much
Caesars?
it's pretty much the calendar we still do use today. That's why there's Julian dating on it. Of course, there was a pope. He did make some adjustments, and that's why you're probably seeing the Catholic Church. They made an adjustment like leap day and some other stuff. And at one time, Romans had 8 days in a week instead of 7. But the Hebrews actually still use the 13th month calendar. That's why if you ever look at a Jewish like Passover, why doesn't Passover line up with Easter? Because, I mean, the whole story of Easter is taking place during Passover. You know what I mean? It's just the resurrection is Easter. But
there's a lot lost to time because I think, a lot of like.
Well, I could actually explain this one. It's because the way the Jewish calendar works, and they count their days. You know what I mean? And the versus the way, well, like you said, the Catholic adjustment calendar works. It has something to do with the moon cycles and where it falls with the moon cycles and the 13th month thing.
So what I was getting at was that the monotheisms adopted a lot of the same holidays as the polytheism. So with your calendar, since the Julius Caesar Catholic Church took over the calendar, they probably just incorporated something that was already there. You know what I mean?
Are you talking about the years?
Yeah, they probably just washed it and just called it their own, and
maybe, but why doesn't anybody say that?
Because
I can see that. Year one of Rome, I can see that.
Because whenever you take over something, you get rid of the old version so it doesn't contradict you. You know what I mean? Like it's almost like conquering a country. You know what I mean?
I can see that. But the Greeks would have kept hold of something. Like you can't. The Greek culture conquered Rome. You know what I mean? Even though the Romans conquered Greece, Greek culture.
Well, yeah, but the
Catholic
Church conquered them both. You know what I mean?
This Bible is still written in Greek. You know what I'm saying? Like, Greek culture is too ingrained. They would have had some sort of calendar with a yearly count. Once again, it may have just started back with like whatever they wanted, but why can't we find a time scale?
Yeah, I have asteroids.
Probably because different people measure time in different ways. It's really
That's
hard.
fine.
Like you were saying, the whole Jewish thing. So I don't know. I think they had something that was the exact same, and they just erased the title and called it their own. And
well, where's it at? What was it?
Who, where, what?
You won't know until you dig it up.
You'll never find
I
it.
have been digging.
You'll never.
I have been digging, and it is. If anybody finds something, let me know. But I have been digging.
Well, what really blows my mind is like the time, like how when we look at something like 2000 BC or whatever, like that's a long time. That's a really long time.
Yeah.
Dad,
Just
are you
blinking
ghost?
eye to the eyes of Earth.
Yeah, I was messing around with it. Did you fuck with like the site for crewmates, because I'm doing things and they're not on my screen, and they see me do these things. So.
No, we have the same vision as you.
Okay.
Crewmates have the same vision as the imposter. Don't say it. Don't say it like that. I made it so that we see the both the same.
But so we talked about like the Egyptian pyramids, like, but as far as like our recorded history, like the Egyptians that we know, Like even the ancient Egyptians that we know did not build the pyramids. Like it was even
No.
older civilization.
But once again, like they kept track of time. I mean, what is it? The Aztecs? Like we all decided the world was going to end in 2012 because that's when the Aztec calendar ended.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? Like there was a year. You know what I mean? Like.
But what I'm saying is like the copy, like they copied it so well. So if you look at something back then, they just assume it's still the same calendar. You know what I mean?
But no one can say in that civilization, with whatever BC, the people called it this year. You know what I mean? This was the year. This is how they tallied it. I know a lot of them before the sun calendar, which Julius Caesar normalized. Everything was done off the night sky, like you're talking about the lunar. Like even the word month comes from the word moon. You know what I mean? And the 28-day cycle thing, you know, when like a woman's pregnant,
I'm gonna use the bathroom.
that's all they're doing is using a 28-day month cycle to predict the birth date of the baby. It's actually a way more efficient calendar. But we're getting off track here. There would have still been a way to keep track of the year that they were in, however they were doing it.
I thought you were gonna ask if you had a time machine and you could go back and to any date, like what would you do? And
Okay.
I was immediately like thinking of finding the location of a sunken ship. You know what I mean? Like that we don't know where it's at, like sunken treasure or whatever. Like finding that exact location or something like that, something to that effect.
All right. So you want to go
It'd be
the
monetary
sunken
gain.
treasure,
Yeah, monetary gain, but
sunken treasure, Spanish sunken treasure off the coast of Key West there.
something.
Be careful because how the governments are written, they want their share.
Well, I mean, what's his name? Mel Fisher. He made out with it.
He pulled up cannons though, right? It wasn't even like.
Oh, dude, he pulled up so much stuff. Yes, he pulled up cannons, but he pulled up, like, we're talking gems, big old blocks of silver, gold coins. Like, it was multi-million-dollar find. Like, we're talking, like, out of the movies type.
So I have a theory
Stuff of legend.
why we covet gold so much, not just because of its rarity, but
Okay.
I think there was an advanced civilization that came down, probably from Mars, right? Now follow me now. They basically come down and they strip mine gold from Earth. They couldn't survive on the planet because of their
The atmosphere.
yeah, they're so used to the Martian atmosphere, the gravity and stuff. So they created a race, like kind of a genetic splicing between like an ape-like civilization or ape-like species, and maybe their own DNA or something other. But I also think like they experimented with other than apes, like they did like with dolphins and like fucking horses, and like that's why we got these myths for like centaurs and minotaurs and mermaids and et cetera, you know what I mean? And
Somebody been watching some Ancient Aliens.
well, I mean, I've been read some books too on this, and this is just like this is my imagination running wild.
Yeah.
I'm not saying like I fully believe in this, but it's like it's just kind of a mental exercise.
Well,
And
I'll play along.
It could explain for giants as well, because these Martians are going to be a lot taller, right?
Yeah, well, hang on. I'll play along. Like, I want to like put some in your argument here. Let's say you know how all the AI we're trying to create an artificial intelligence, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, let's say you want a computer that can learn and think and make decisions, right?
Mm-hmm.
So let's say you make that. Then the next step is you want to be able for it to move around, right? So it's got to be able to be mobile on all kinds of different lands and surfaces. And then the next step, you need a way that it can refuel itself. And then wouldn't it be great if it could heal itself? And then if it can heal itself, next step would be to reproduce, make more of its own. Wouldn't we be that next level AI?
I mean, I get what you're going at, yeah, but what would be the end goal for creating something like that?
Well, like if you were saying you wanted a workforce to pull up like a material needed for, like, gold is an excellent conductor. It doesn't corrode, doesn't rust.
Right.
And I mean, you need a machine or a workforce that can handle elements that can get wet, you know what I mean, and not rust.
Well, and Andrew,
it can heal, it can think, it can make decisions, it can adapt, it
can
use tools.
You're so against the idea of aliens, but I want you to really look at, like, the Nazca lines and...
Against aliens? No, aliens exist. I'm just saying that they haven't visited Earth. Like, there is
look at the Nazca lines and think about an airport. All right, so there's two different types of Nazca lines. There's the straight lines, right, and then there's drawings of animals like birds and all kinds of stuff. And you can only see it from a high altitude.
Yes, I'm aware. I've seen many videos talking about it. I'm sure scientists already debunked it, but I forgot their exact reasoning.
But, so, to add on to my theory, is that scientists have a running theory about early evolution in the solar system. So, I have to find this again, but they talk about a younger solar system was actually full of smaller planets, like Mars. Like Earth didn't have its moon yet. It wasn't developed. There was a bunch. They say like 20 to 30 Mars-like planets in the solar system that developed hundreds of thousands of years before Earth, right? And if that's the case, then if there was something that developed hundreds of thousands of years before Earth, then they would. I mean, obviously, we're like neighbors. We're really close.
Hang on. I say we are the aliens.
Oh, well, I think.
Hang on. Listen. I'll tell you why. Think about nature, all the animals in nature, and things of that nature. You know, what animal in nature is not able to be somewhat self-sufficient by 2 years old? Like, for sure, like most things are within the first year they can fend for themselves. Leave a 1-year-old out to fend for themselves, they're eaten.
I thought you were going to talk about the circadian rhythm, because we're actually closer to a 28-hour cycle than a 24-hour cycle.
Yes, but hang on. The fact that, like, I mean, we get skin cancer from the sun, for Christ's sake. What, like, we're from this place? Like, our young can't survive on its own until, like, what would you say, like 12, 14, somewhere around there?
Well, that's
no other animal takes that long.
I think we're a half-breed. I think we're definitely a half-breed. Because we have DNA sharing DNA with other species on the planet, but
we are the aliens.
Well,
that's what I think.
Half alien. I think we're half alien. But anyways,
I think we adapted, but sure, whatever. Half aliens, monkey screwers, whatever.
The question is, where did the aliens go? There's another theory about.
They didn't go anywhere. We are here.
Well,
they came here because they had to.
This is the point I'm getting to. The other theory is about Jupiter. So, a lot of scientists believe Jupiter was like a failed star, like a rogue planet, drifting through the solar system, and it basically made contact with one of these planets in the solar system, right? So that counts for the red spot, the storm, and the asteroid belt between Mars and Jupiter, right?
Okay.
So that same time period is when we picked up our moon and started the cycle of developing the Earth, right? Because before that, you have to have a moon to develop life. You have to have the tidal pools, you know?
I got cut off there. Hang on. All right. That same
What do you
time
think
period.
about-
Everything after that. When you said the same time period, I got cut off. I didn't hear anything after that.
So Jupiter, rogue planet, right, enters the solar system, makes contact
Yep.
with a body between Mars and current Jupiter, right? So
Okay.
that event was a catastrophe for the whole solar system, right? It adjusted planets. It pulled some planets closer away from the sun a little bit, you know. Fucking apocalypse for Mars for sure. And just kind of shook everything up. Now, with our moon,
I'm gonna use the bathroom.
our moon was part of a bigger body that contacted Earth at some point, right? And then after, you know, eons, it fucking found its place, and our planet started to recover. So we could not develop life on Earth without the moon because of the tidal pools, right? But I think that's event got rid of the Martians, and they retreated to Earth or somewhere to set up and create a home. But I mean, we're talking on a time scale that's so long that like we can't even wrap our heads around it, you know? Like this is millions of years. But that's my complete thought.
Did anyone play Doom the Dark Ages yet?
No. It's just like all the other Doom games. Like Doom stopped being fun after like the third or fourth one. Like,
Oh my god. You're gonna get people trying in your comment section trying to kill you now.
well, I mean they're Bethesda's doing what they always do, you know. They don't put a lot into their games, and
But that's
you get-
only published.
you
get
you get like 6 hours of playtime or whatever, and that's it.
More like 16, I believe, in this one. Doom Eternal, it was more like 24.
But I don't agree with your assessment that we are the aliens. I definitely think we're like a half-breed or whatever. But I also think that if we were to explore the universe, that we would have to do something like that as well, because we are not going to be able to just go to these planets and set foot and just like walk around in suits all the time. Like we're not going to be able to adapt to like atmospheres and climates like that. But here's another question.
Watch me.
Where would you want to see the next now how the fuck did they know? They saw me? There was nobody there to see me. Like,
I'm an engineer.
Uh-oh.
I swear their vision's like boosted or something, man.
Either that or they're watching your stream.
Yeah, that could be. I'm not hung up on it too much. Not gonna flip out like Bruce does.
So what outlandish theory are you gonna throw out here now?
What was I talking about?
You said you had another question. After you're ranting about somehow being alien half-breeds, even though it makes no sense.
Well, debunk it. Tell me why it makes no sense.
Why would it make no sense?
Just let him talk though. Let him talk, because I mean I'm gonna eat
All
into
right.
him.
Give me a second. Let me go find some pictures, and you're gonna explain to me how this is gonna fit into your theory.
Should be easy.
If I can fucking find it. Give me a second. Give me a second. Let's see. Is this the correct one? Yes. Let's see. Oh, no, shit. No, I want this. This goes back to the earliest known human hands. Mm-hmm. Nope, wrong server. So this displays the known human family evolutionary tree. So every other human ancestor part of the human family tree. That we know
Are you
about.
talking about the other species like Homo erectus and whatever else before that?
Pretty
that what-
much, yes. And I'm talking
Okay.
about the interbreeding which led to us in our creation. Genetic data that we can still find in our DNA. How does that play into your hybridization?
Because
theory
there
that
is
we
a
were
missing
alien?
link. They can account for most of it, but then there's a jump. Andrew,
Well, here's
there's
okay.
a jump.
You know what I mean? Like that actually helps with the argument for genetic
How-
engineering because you don't get it right the first time. Like probably got to try a few times, and you get different models out there. You know what I mean? And
Bruce,
hey,
man,
which one does
you're
best?
still host. What are you doing?
That's why you got like the pygmies, and then the other the pygmies might have been an advantage for mining. It's and then you got the Neanderthals. Maybe they were better with carrying stuff. It just that
And the
that
other
actually works.
the other thing is, Andrew, is that you look at like horses, right? There's variants of equus, right?
Yeah.
You have zebras. You have other shorter things. You know what I mean? Like cows. There's like different birds. If you look at birds, how many species of birds are there? You're telling me there's only one species of human erectus? Like there should be like other things out there. Like
You're talking about the in-between fossils that we have found. That's kind of the
no,
point
there
we're
should
trying
be
to
still
make.
existing.
Well, we know there was multiple types of human living at the same time. Like that's known.
Let me say it. So, we already know speciation exists in nature, happens naturally. It doesn't have to have genetical explanation. Because if there was an hyper-advanced civilization in our timeline that had visited Earth, how in the hell have we found no evidence of them? Explain.
There's plenty of
Well, I mean,
evidence.
the carving Ryan was talking about, like the what looked like an airstrip. Like the pyramids themselves are an anomaly. Like there's, I'll tell you another one that's a weird one. Am I going down rabbit holes? Like the Greeks, right? They're known for astrology. They named like a lot of the constellations we use, but it doesn't line up. Like why for their what is it like way to the east
Hold on. So
for their
Let me-
scale to work up? So it wasn't even like over where they were at. It was like somebody else set those up and they borrowed them.
Andrew, every and this is fact. This is not debatable. Every notable known ancient civilization has the same story. Gods came down from this whatever constellation of stars. They talk about which stars they come from. The gods came from these stars.
Brian Belt.
They come down and they mated with humans. They had
Sons of Heaven, or the Sons of Heaven.
yeah, they
mating
come
with the
down
daughters
and
of
they
Earth.
have babies with humans. This is every ancient civilization has the same text, almost word for word. The gods came from these stars, this constellation, come to Earth, and had babies with humans. Do you think that's just we just discount
Damn,
that?
that was ruthless.
We discount that evidence? I was like, this their imagination. Every civilization across the planet just come up with the same imaginary thought.
Idea. Yeah, fucking the same way how the Aztecs built pyramids and how the Egyptians built fucking pyramids. Shit happens.
Yeah,
People
just
have the same
coincidences.
idea.
The overwhelming coincidences.
Overwhelming coincidences, you call it. People have the same
we vote
exact
lime.
ideas all
So,
the fucking time.
Andrew, so are you a a creationist?
No, I believe in the theory of evolution, that life came from bacteria, whether it be on a fucking asteroid, whether or not it formed naturally on Earth.
Nobody's debating that.
landed here,
We're not debating that.
and then we evolved. Well, he asked me if I was a creationist. I told him no, I believe in evolution. So everything evolved in this world now.
Well, what about what I have
So
to
how
say?
how come we are such an oddity then? Like we can't eat, like, I mean, deer eat grass and all these other things running around. We would starve to death in nature if we don't cultivate food or kill something and cook it. We die. We don't fit it. We have to tear up the landscape and create our environment because we're not suited for it.
I don't know about that. I think early humans basically thrived on fish, meat, berries, and fruit.
And very specific climates. You know what I mean? Like it had to be a right zone area because we couldn't just live wherever. But I mean, even still, they formed villages. They need fire.
Because I was about to talk about like our earliest ancestors and what they did eat. Because they not only did ate fruit from trees, but I believe there was evidence showing that they also ate different types of fibers. And I'm not talking like breads, but we're talking like leaves and shit. And then later on, they started learning to scavenge for meat. And eventually, once they learned fire, they learned how to cook, which further facilitates mental development. Because hand tool making is also another big part of it. Because I believe...
Well, like, this guy in the chat is talking about bugs or whatever.
Bugs.
My point is that early humans ate what was readily available to them, what they could get their hands on, what was easy to put in their mouth, just like any creature. I mean,
bugs, actually, we probably would have ate a lot of bugs.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
Yeah. Fucking flipping over logs, eating grubs and fucking beetles and shit.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, honestly, like in a survival
say,
situation now, that would be what your go-to.
Anyways, what I was going to say is, as for shaping our evolution, a lot of people believe it was just hand tools, like us banging rocks together. Because they were doing studies on chimpanzees, teaching them to make things, and they watched and scanned their brains and how it changed and developed. Like they're becoming more creatively thinking.
There's an orangutan that uses sticks as tools. I want to say they started using it for fishing. Or it was maybe if I'm getting confused, it was termites. Like I know there's a group of monkeys that will put a stick in a termite hill and eat them off. You know what I mean? So it's like using tools.
I'm like talking about like teaching them how to make like basic, more advanced basic tools.
But Andrew, there is no other animal that closely resembles us. Like,
how long does it take for
these? Also take the thousands of years of evolution. Humanity in itself is
right,
about 100,000
but
we
should be developing like this on other continents.
Do we know 100,000 years? Because nobody kept a calendar.
It's like it's 180,000 or 200,000 years. And a lot of people think it was just apes eating mushrooms.
Yeah. Once again, why does it take us so long? And nothing else in the environment, in the natural world, takes that long before it can hold its own.
Yeah, elephants 22-month pregnancy. Holy crap! What's up? What's up, Bruce?
After this match, should we do hide and seek?
Yeah, is Billy still playing?
Yeah, Billy's
So
still
are you
playing.
asking about human birth cycles and why it's different than most
No,
animals?
not birth cycle. The fact it takes so long for us to be self-efficient. Like what?
Oh, okay.
What?
That has to
What?
do with
Name
how
name
we
the longest
birth.
animal you can think of that takes the longest. Like what? Like
His point is,
Okay,
Andrew, is that most animal pregnancies, whenever.
And I fucking answer his
Well,
point.
hold on. I'm reasserting his point. Is most animal pregnancies, whenever they give a live birth, they hit the ground running.
my God.
They're walking.
within
Okay.
a reasonable amount of time. You know what I mean? There's cash or carry. Like they either stash something in the hiding spot, like deer,
Fucking
or
ass.
no,
get
you
your
can't.
point, and I fucking answer.
And monkeys they
Okay.
carry around. So that's my point.
Okay. Now, to
Andrew.
answer your point, the reason why babies aren't self-efficient at birth is because humans need more time to develop due to the bigger brains, and we can't fit a huge-ass fucking brain through the woman's womb because there's a bone blocking it. I forgot the exact bone area, but there was this narrow passage. In order to do that, they can expand the muscle, but if the baby's head's too big because of the huge-ass brain, it causes it to get stuck. So evolution
There's-
dictated that they make a soft part of the baby's brain so you can push it out easier, but it also means the baby has to come out earlier.
For
And not
12 years, takes 12 years before it can be efficient. And I mean that's a light efficient. Like nothing else in nature takes 12 years before it can get around. And we do not have the biggest brain in the world out of all our species. We just use more of it.
First off, whatever. Fucking. Regardless. What the point I'm trying to make is the reason why it takes so long is first because it takes so long to develop a huge brain, and the amount of calories and energy it takes to sustain a huge brain, that most animals don't find it efficient enough to give birth. It only uniquely works for human due to our unique style of living and how we do things. Our creativity, our banging. We made basic fucking hand tools as little fucking ape creatures, and those little fucking ape creatures started evolving and changing and getting more creative to fit using more tools.
Are we talking
Okay,
about
so why
animals?
why didn't it take orangutans that long?
What do you mean?
What do you mean? What do you mean? Orangutans are
Okay.
capable of sign language. They have communication. They can use tools. You know what I mean? They're using sticks as tools and things like that. So, I mean, there's gorillas that's learned sign languages, but it didn't take them a decade
But
before they can survive.
Andrew, what he's saying
Without-
though is like there should be a variety of human-like species that would have developed at the same time scale as humans, and there's no
Probably that's what I
evidence.
was saying. I'm saying there's no other creature that takes a decade before it could be self-sufficient. Nothing. Everything is like 2 years or less.
And honestly,
And
how
2 years is kind of long.
how did we evolve like this if we were so dependent? You know what I mean? Like
They said hand tools. Literally, most scientists theorize it was our use of tools. It was literally, we went so heavily into tool making. And it was also a mixture of increased calories from just scavenging and using tools that led us to be what we were. It's kind of hard to find the precise moment in time because most of it's lost to time. But most people theorize it was just the first guy that figured out how to make a fucking spear.
So we burn more calories than gorillas.
Pretty sure we do, yes. At one point, at least. Because if I remember correctly, humans at one point used to be like high-calorie creatures due to the bigness of our brain.
Yeah, I mean we do. The brain does need carb, but I mean
A
it.
lot more carbs.
Yes, but I mean the body of a gorilla definitely is burning some calories. And I mean an elephant's got a pretty large brain.
Well, it's also talking about the spaces between the brain cells and body to brain capacity. is if I remember correctly, if you measure brain to body capacity, humanity is one of the largest in that category. And not to mention the space between brain cells is like, what was it called? The neurons in our brains? The spaces between them are a lot shorter, meaning we could fit a lot more in there, allowing for bigger thoughts, more creative thinking, the ability to communicate with you right now.
It's so ironic that Andrew's arguing creative thinking about this subject. It is hilarious.
Okay, so aliens came down and fucking made everything, Brian, according to your imagination.
No, they didn't make everything. They needed resources. They wanted to expand.
Oh my god.
And they couldn't traverse the gravity, the atmosphere for long periods of time, so they integrated with a population native to Earth. That simple.
I mean, we genetically alternate food all the time. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, there's genetic experimentation going
Look at
on.
corn. Look at corn. Do you think corn corn today existed hundreds of years ago? No, we made that shit.
No, we didn't.
Well, it did make just hundreds of years ago, but if you want to go like a couple tens of
Well,
thousands,
it used to be called maize, and it was small.
Yeah. Yep.
I think the game should
So
make
you
that
don't
one.
believe any natural explanation for humans are what they are? You
We
just
developed.
believe in
We developed to a point.
I think if that
But
would
there
be
was
the
such a
case,
jump.
wouldn't it be something a lot closer? Wouldn't it
What
be
do you
something
mean?
a lot closer to what we are?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There should be more varieties. There should be more
Yeah, I'm sending
varieties.
invites.
All right,
I'm sending invites.
we're backing
So
out of this
you're
one.
saying, so are you talking about more variety of the hominin family, or like a completely different species?
Well, like a different species, even that would be closer to our
Alright,
ability.
Chad, I sent-
Like,
an invite.
like you look at
No
like,
other one like has like
Oh my
verbal communication, written language.
I already told you why. It's because the density.
Well, like look
Our
at if you
brains-
look
But
at
why has nothing else developed that?
yeah, like
Well,
look.
there were multiple groups of humans that did. They just went extinct.
Well,
Now,
how
The
many?
reason why they went extinct is unknown, but they existed.
Dinosaurs.
At one point.
Well, they interbred is
I said-
probably
I
most
said-
likely, but yeah.
Well, some of them definitely interbred.
I-
because
I don't
we
have an
traced
invite.
genetic traces in our own
I
DNA.
thought I sent you.
But
No, I
others,
sent you an invite in
we have
Steam.
Zero explanation of why they went extinct. But it is true, some did definitely interbreed. We have genetic data to kind of prove this.
Did you
But
send
the
chat
fact
invite?
is,
It's almost like we were created in a greater image,
oh
like
my
the ability
God.
to plot and create.
So what? You're saying creationism wins?
I'm just saying, like, it's almost like a
Chad.
intelligent designer. Yeah.
Oh my God. Why are you quoting Futurama now?
Yeah, Chad, I sent you an invite to the new game.
To the meeting.
To the new game.
Yeah, this is
Are you all not in this?
No,
No,
we
yeah.
left.
I told you.
Oh yeah, I don't see anybody names. Okay.
I told you we were backing
Yeah,
out.
no. Yeah, they were backing out. They're playing hide and go seek now. Either way, I think humans developed naturally on this planet. I don't think there's any genetic engineering involved.
Hmm.
Now,
So-
the exact explanation we're gonna always search for, but I don't think aliens are
Well,
visiting this.
here's
planet.
another thing. So,
that's-
like, current human beings have been around for how many years now, Andrew? And your thought process.
Well, if I remember correctly, you know, us Homo sapiens was 100,000 years. I can't remember when the first human showed up. But why do you ask?
So it took 100,000 years to get to the point that we're at,
More or less. Why?
and that makes sense to you?
Yes. Why?
Look at the time scale between, like, I don't know,
You don't know.
1080 to now.
You see why an actual calendar kept track by the ancient world would be nice.
You know what I mean? Like
we would have a real fixed point.
we're talking about a
Yeah.
1,000-year gap. We went from like no plumbing, no electricity, no automobiles, no
Years ago, I'm pretty sure we had basic like, water plumbing, not like toilet level, but like water fountains.
aircraft, space flight.
Yeah, that's kind
Computers.
of the thing about technology. It grows exponentially.
Okay,
There's actually
but
a study
but
about
what
this
was
talking
the
about the
where was the
singularity.
technology between 1,000 BC and 1,000 AD?
Oh, it's
It was
slow,
still
and it
relatively the
grows
same.
exponentially. Yeah, but there was still technological advancement there. There was still stuff happening.
Okay, keep going back another 1,000 years.
So,
still-
like,
still
how
the
far
same.
Back do you want to?
All the way back. All the way back.
Not exactly.
Like
So wait. So how far back are we talking? Are we talking like the first villages?
well,
or
you
before
said
the
at the
first
100,000 years.
village? So you're talking about like the very first signs of us existing and starting to build and make, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So around there, that's mostly stone tools. Then eventually we got to copper, and then we found out what bronze is. Then we made iron,
Right,
and then
but
we
the
started developing
the
and
point-
crafting more finer inventions with the iron.
but the time scale that you're working with doesn't make sense.
It makes perfect sense. Humans make things. I don't think I understand. So, are you saying that humans are not inventive creatures?
What I'm saying is that we have hit this point in technology several times over.
Oh my god, not that crazy stuff. What evidence do you have to support that claim?
Whenever they crack open the Egyptian pyramids, there's like a fucking airplane model sitting in the fucking.
That's true. They do have a an airplane, and there's a bit
You
like
just said-
Aztecs that got like stuff like that too that are kind of uncanny.
And like again, I go back to the ancient text. Every ancient
If we have
civilization
flashlights in the-
talks about flying chariots.
Can we stop arguing for a second? I have to ask you a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Should we have flashlights or no flashlights in hide and seek?
That's whatever. I mean, I was good with just basic rules. But like again, you with these ancient texts that say the same things over and over, do we just discount them
Yeah,
because they say they use the word gods?
Well,
Just
I'm
discount
counting
everything
it
that
that
sa-
says flying chariot. That is not
Why-
aerodynamic.
why-
Now, if you showed me a picture of a
It's
fucking
not an actual
airplane
chariot,
and them
Andrew. It's
on
not.
a fucking airplane flying, then I would believe
It is a
you in terms
primitive
of
species describing what they saw, right? If you go,
That's they could understand.
like if you go to Sentinel Island, you fly over it with a helicopter. What do you think they're gonna call that? They don't
Well,
see that.
have the concept of chariot.
No, they.
All right, hang on, pause. Listen to this. In 2,000 years, do you think people are going to be able to tell the difference between a butt dial and a booty call? Like when they're reading our text and stuff, they're going to be able to tell the difference between the two.
Yeah, early
Are they gonna think-
civilizations are gonna have such basic, like, literature, like their words. They don't know how to
No.
describe things. Like, so they're gonna call it what.
Wait. So you're saying they're both equally advanced, but they don't have words for an aerodynamic.
No,
flying
they're not
device
equally
or
advanced
chariot?
because they're gods
But-
and they're fucking the early humans
Okay.
describing what they saw.
You're making no sense, Brian. So you're both.
Because you
saying
don't want it
humanity
to
was
make
as
sense.
advanced-
You don't want it to make sense.
Advanced right now, like as advanced it was back right now. Well, at the same time, we're so stupid that they call the aliens that supposedly came in flying chariots.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, why wouldn't they? That's the best they can describe it. Like,
So wait. So you're saying they had like access to the combustion aid engine, correct?
How
all
else
right,
would you
hang
fly?
on. All right, you have a smartphone right now, right?
Yeah.
You operate it, you understand how to use it, and all that great shit. But let's just say
No.
you
I'm
lost
asking this question.
use of it. Could you make another one? You know what I mean? Could you build it another one?
No. I want
Even if we put all the
time
parts
scale.
in front of you,
I
like
want to
lost
understand
technology.
Okay. I'm asking the time scale here, because he's describing that said humanity got its advances to the point it is now, way back in time, but at the same time talking about flying chariots and these advanced machines. So what? How would you put
Maybe
this time scale
maybe
to make it
instead of
fit?
you just like trying not to believe what I'm saying, maybe you should go back and read it. Maybe you should look it up yourself.
No, I'm trying to ask
So
you about
okay,
your
let me.
fucking
All right,
time
hold on. Look. So we talk about the Aztecs, the Indus Valley, the ancient Egyptians, the Sumerians. They all discuss
Yeah, so
gods
So-
coming from constellations, the stars far off, way out in the distance, right? Not of this world.
yeah, but what I'm asking
Coming down in
is
flying
what-
chariots. Now that you
Okay.
think flying chariots is a direct translation to what they were actually riding around in? No, because they were just trying to describe
It's
what
something
they
they traveled
know.
on.
Yeah, what they
They
know
traveled
about
on
the time.
chariots. These
well,
are
what I'm
the
trying
things
to
that carry in the
ask
sky.
you Is what is the technological timescale you're trying to describe? Like, did they see the flying chariot when they're at the same technology level as we are? Are you saying they were primitive, then they came down, uplifted?
It was a
them,
mix.
Go to electrical,
There was
Billy.
obviously an advanced civilization flying over the top of a primitive civilization. Because it's one civilization describing another.
Bill, get a med bay.
Yeah, these are different classes. You know what I mean? If you're down there on the mining crew, you're not part of the other crew. You know
The-
what I
the
mean?
most-
You're not part of the alien crew.
The most recent example of this is whenever World War II was happening, the United States was building all these bases on the Pacific, in the Pacific Ocean on different islands, right? One of these islands was actually inhabited. And they were landing their airplanes and stuff like that. And the people were talking about this, and they thought the United States military were gods. All right, and they were when we were pulling out of those islands, they were actually tearing trees down to make model airplanes, trying to mimic us.
I'm aware of them, actually. I've watched the whole study. It was very interesting.
So it
Or
was
you can go with the Native Americans whenever the white man first showed up. The big wooden ships, white sails. What
Yeah,
the hell's
and
this?
and think about how they described alcohol, fire water. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's not a direct translation. They're using the words that they know to describe something they
Yeah,
don't
the
know
best
about.
they can describe it.
Yeah, they have no idea what's going on. But
I mean, a rifle with a thunderstick.
So what are you going to tell me next? That Perseus flying shoes were real?
I mean, they might have had hover technology.
now, see what you're trying to do is you're trying to discredit something that has word for word across the world has been spoken verbatim consistently, and then you're taking literature from one culture, Greeks, and you're trying to compare it to the entire world. You know what I mean? Like,
I'm trying to poke any holes I can find in your argument right now. So I'm asking you like specific situations, like questions. Like for
I
example,
mean, I had to
what do you
look up
think
the
about
ancient, how old the
French?
ancient text is.
And what do you think about the Indians? Because I believe there was also a text people believe they were talking about nuclear war. Even though I don't think that's the case, I think they
So they-
misinterpreted religious texts. Like I'm asking you what you mean by technological timescales. What were they at when you wrote it, and when you think about it? Because honestly, at this point,
I
don't
don't know what I really don't know what you're asking. I'm talking about.
Yeah, your
Oh.
question's really not making much sense, Andrew.
I'm talking about because I guess you're not actually ingesting what I'm telling you. It's what I'm saying is that every ancient civilization, basically almost a template, word for word, has the same story. Gods from another star came to Earth in their flying chariots and mated with humans. This is not it's not a one-off thing. This is every
This is like
location in the
ancient
world.
Sumerians, like, had this story at the beginning before they were like a thing. So like it goes way back, like way
Now,
back.
when you're asking for a time scale, this goes past recorded time. You know what I mean? This
So
is
it's unprovable.
obviously it's unprovable because nobody was there, but it's obviously something to look into because everywhere across the globe it's not connected. They have no connection. Now, if there was sailboats, if there was airplanes flying between these civilizations trading stories, then yeah, it's obviously discreditable. But these are civilizations that are cut off from one another. They don't know each other exists.
The only other explanation is at one point in time they weren't cut off, and we were all in one big old hub somewhere.
And that's one of the points I was getting at, is that we've been to this
Wait,
at
can
least
we
this.
stop talking for a second?
What's wrong?
Okay, so Billy couldn't move because she was in Discord typing. Like, she was in the Discord typing, so she couldn't move. And Brenna didn't know, so she just got her out. So after this match, we're gonna get her in.
All right. So obviously, my point with the whole aliens, they created a hierarchy where they had a working class of humans, right? And this is the human class was describing the aliens as they seen in this text, right? Now, if something happened where they left, or they died, or they integrated to a point where it's become indistinguishable between aliens and humans. But it's recorded text that almost every civilization has, and they have the same story. And this is like early human. Go ahead.
To point something out to you, I also want to point out other cultures like to steal things from each other. If I remember correctly, the Holy Bible stole multiple stories from ancient Sumerians, and then
Well, I mean, yeah, the Gilgamesh. I mean, the Gilgamesh is like Genesis. You know what I mean? It's got like a talking snake. It's got a great flood. It's got no character. Yeah.
Okay. So a lot of these ancient humans all came from one place, Africa, and then they spread out. So who knows? Like maybe these stories are so ancient from a time where we were.
So if they were all the same people, then how are they going to be still in the same story? It's going to be there. You can't steal something that's already yours.
I do got that.
The thing I'm trying to say is maybe these stories are really ancient, from like the beginning of humanity, and were passed on, and as humanity divided apart, stuff changes, but the core aspects remain.
So we're just all one interbreeding tribe?
I mean, you're kind of proving my point here,
right.
Andrew. I'm waiting for the other shoe to drop.
No, I'm not talking about one inbred tribe. Tribes talk. What I'm saying is we all came from one like specific area.
Almost like somebody
Okay,
created us in
but
one spot.
But they would have had to communicate to have the same story. They would have had to have a communication, unless it was an eyewitness account.
What he's saying is
they
there
all,
was
like,
one
witnessed
story
it.
and it spread throughout the world, which proves my
over
point.
Time, how does that prove your point?
Because it's the same story.
Yeah, I'm telling you an explanation of how it spread. It wasn't because some aliens came down to every fucking civilization. It was just they had a story. It got changed over time because not all those stories are exactly the same. They had differences, but you could boil it down to that one thing.
But you just, all right, here's the problem. I get what you're saying, Andrew. But the problem is that kills your evolution. That kills your evolutionary phase.
How?
Because they had the same story, which means they had communication. They were smart enough to have a verbal language to pass on this story as they spread out.
You know,
So they were already evolved. They were already evolved enough to pass on audio records, like stories.
You know,
before
there's
they were
stories thousands and thousands of years old. like dating back for quite some time ago. I believe
stop
one of
and
the
think about it.
oldest stories is like 50,000
He
years
doesn't want
old.
to though. Like that's the thing. He's
Just stop and think about what you're saying, like how this process would work.
it's like it's his sports team. Like he's gonna it's his sports team. He's gonna double down on it every time.
Okay. All right.
Because it's illogical. It makes no sense. Where's the technological evidence the aliens been here? Why did they leave
Saying
it behind?
technological and saying evidence is not helping your argument any. Because
Yeah,
we're offering an
full
explanation, and
Yeah,
you
and-
refuse to acknowledge anything.
Pictures written down by random people.
We've already told you they
random
found aircraft inside of pyramids.
times. When? Show me pictures.
Okay.
They have, like, you could actually look this up, Andrew. Like, I've seen this
But
multiple times.
he's gonna go blind.
on
He's
Ancient
gonna
Aliens.
go blind whenever he sees it though. He's not gonna be able to see it. It's
Denial runs
Yeah,
deep.
he's gonna lose vision.
Because I'm willing to bet it's fucking AI edited.
No, I will offer a second explanation on this, playing devil's advocate both sides here. There was a belief in Egyptian culture that when you died, and during the daytime, your spirit could fly around. So, like, that might have had something to do with the representation of the religious belief of being able to fly throughout the day. You know what I mean? And you know, some sort of representation of that, like a bird. And because I mean, they would also put like ships in these tombs to go like cross into the netherworld. So I mean, it could have something to do with that. But once again, there is also a lot of suggestive evidence. We won't know one way or another. I like just debating it, but there is suggestive evidence of some sort of higher life form may have been involved.
I won't believe until I see physical evidence. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
And I mean like actual technology, not like a drawn picture, not like an eyewitness account, but like physical.
That you're impossible.
In the ground, undeniable. You know what I mean?
Well, my theory is we are the aliens. Brian's theory is we're alien hybrids. Andrew's theory is we evolved from bacteria. So, you know.
Like everything else.
Although we're the only thing that evolved this way, and, you know, not really in tune with our environment like everything else is. But sure.
Well, to be fair, we also know different environments that you might have noticed the Earth changed very frequently over the course of hundreds of thousands of years. Kind of, well, I'm not going to say we didn't have. We did. The levels of adaptation were minor and different over time.
I mean, we would have to adapt, or your whole story is debunked.
Yeah, exactly. So, like, for example, I forgot that era where we showed up. So I want to point out there was like an ice edge, megafauna. There was like a lot of things around our planet alive, which was dangerous. That humans were developing.
And you know what? We were not adapted for any of those environments.
Literally, humans hunt and one.
Yeah. But the way we did it is not like anything else. Like, we had to create tools. We had to, like, run them off of cliffs, use strategies. I mean, we don't have the teeth like wolves. We don't have the endurance like other creatures. We could sweat. I mean, I guess that's something that helps cool. So, I mean, we are like a large creature, bottom of the food chain. Like, I mean, here, we would have been extinct.
No, I think we were more like chimpanzees at one point. They say life was obviously not a chimpanzee, but a common ancestor between us and chimpanzees. So they're the closest related species to us. But anyway, this whole development, we just really started making
My
more
bad.
creative-
I didn't realize that was it.
Oh, did you not kill anybody?
No, I didn't.
Yeah,
The music was just going on.
Yeah.
Oh.
So
Right,
we should conduct an experiment with a pack of chimpanzees then, where we feed them magic mushrooms and an increased carbohydrate diet, and see if we can evolve them.
So that would also take about like earliest 100,000 years. But that's early. It's probably going to be like at least another million.
It didn't take a gorilla that long to learn sign language. And
Well, no, I'm
chimpanzees
talking
are
about-
closer related, so all that they should catch on a hell of a lot quicker, right?
Well, what I am saying is evolution takes time. You have to have an environment that selects for certain pressures and adapt to certain strategies. You know what I mean? So,
Andrew, nobody's
environment we
nobody's debating that there was evolution, but
I mean, he keeps on asking
the
questions.
the level of evolution that you're talking about, it does not explain the jump. And why
Explain
there's no other
why we're not so well adapted to this environment.
why is there no other like mammals like us? Like, why are there no other talking bipedal species?
Because evolution determined it was necessary. It's like asking why a deer is not an octopus. It's just like
But like you look
different
at
environments, different things.
you look at families
parts
of species like the equus or the elephants or the like different the apes, the fishes, the birds. You know what I mean? There's not just one of them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there were multiple groups and species of humans at one point that went extinct, if that's what you're asking.
But where
talking
are
about
they?
the ancient
Where
human-
are they?
Well, I
They
mean,
went
I
extinct.
Why
agree
are
with
we not
Andrew on
extinct?
this.
Why
I
are
agree
we-
with Andrew on this. There's proof that there was other types of humans.
Yeah, I know that.
There were
but
these.
why
there
are
was
we
pygmies,
all alive and
Neanderthal, like
nobody
what's
else?
the ones that fuck, what's the other one that was like I don't think it was Neanderthal.
Are you talking
The-
about the Denisovans that moved to Australia?
No.
Area?
No, they know for a fact Cro-Magnon. Yeah, no, it was Neanderthals at the same time as the Homo
Erectus.
no, Homo erectus would have been before that. I guess it'd be Homo sapiens, what we call the Homo sapien, but it was Neanderthal and Homo sapiens at the same time.
But
Yeah, there was proof of interbreeding occurring between the
Yeah,
two
like,
species. if that's
Neanderthals still exist today in the mix
Technically
of Homo. Dude, we're probably Neanderthal. Got Neanderthal in it.
here's something else to think about, Andrew. You're clinging to everything that you're reading as it's fact.
Well, I mean, it's the best factional explanation that makes sense with the explanations we
But
got.
nobody
Because aliens-
knows.
And true.
Nobody
and-
knows.
Hey, you know there's.
So you're
Hey,
standing on a hill that is fragile. Very
Hey, I'll say this. One of the sayings when it comes to archaeology is it progresses with every funeral, because like with the Egyptian stuff, like they built their career on one understanding, and the people that are considered the experts will never even entertain, no matter what is found, any kind of different story, because it makes them irrelevant.
right.
So when a person dies, the new person that comes up, that's where the steps are made. It's made with every funeral. It's a saying in archaeology. It's been around for a long time. Our understanding expands with each funeral.
I just gotta say, humans evolved naturally. I believe we developed naturally with no foreign interference. That's what I believe. You can believe what else you want to believe. And I will
think
believe
we're-
otherwise once I see hard evidence.
Hey,
I
hold
think
on,
the
hold on.
sun changed, the planet
a
started
question.
dying, so we went to the next Goldilocks zone.
No.
I have a question.
Yeah.
You might get an answer.
How did this argument start?
Because I asked if we had a time machine and we went back in time and asked, say, like, Romulus, the first king of Rome, what year it was, what would his response be?
Mm.
And
So,
then
how
Brian
do we go
launched
from this?
into his alien theory.
So we went from that to aliens. Well, I'm about to divert it to something completely different. Did you know that Albert Einstein's last words were in German, and the nurse that was taking care of him didn't know German, so his final words are never known.
I find that story completely feasible.
How?
Feasible, believable.
Oh,
Yeah, because he is German, and you know what I mean. That would have been his first language. So at a time like that, yeah, I mean, I could totally see him reverting to his original language and somebody not understanding.
Though I often just think people jump to the conclusion of aliens when they see something that's not immediately explainable by science, and it does
No.
kind of annoy me. And I'm
No,
not
why
saying
are-
they don't have a right to, but it just
But
feels so disheartening.
you believe that aliens exist. You just believe they haven't come here.
I believe they exist out in the universe. Like, there is way too many planets for
okay.
not other alien life to formulate.
So
But, like,
why
the
why
creator-
wouldn't they have come here?
You know how technologically advanced you have to be to do faster than light travel?
Right.
Like, I believe humanity, like,
why-
the Earth is 4 billion years old. The
Uh-huh.
universe in total is about 10 billion. So off that time scale, for your thing to make sense, alien life had to form and then find the solution to faster light travel. Not only just the theory that worked, but like actually physically manifest it, then expend that energy to go to a different planet.
Starship
And if you
Galactica or Galaxy, that like the remainers of the survivors set out. It's a multi-generational freaking trip, and then you have a space station hovering as they set up ground, bases to break into this new land.
So,
Time goes
let's-
on,
let's
technology
first-
breaks down,
but
things are lost.
is your argument because we haven't reached or come close to that goal that nowhere else in the universe anybody has not developed that?
So let's first break it down to how far away. So you said they all came from a specific star system.
Yeah,
Could you tell me which star system in the distance away
I'll
from
look
Earth?
it up. I'll try to.
How about
Because,
Andromeda?
First, because there has to be horrible happening. Like they have to have a justification to make all that journey to Earth to make it sense. You say mining resources, but technically speaking, you can do that on any world. You can send down drones for fuck's sake. If they're so technologically advanced,
Yeah,
they
but-
don't even need to interbreed slaves. They
With
can
a
just make
breathable
machines.
atmosphere?
You still wouldn't need to make human beings. You can still use drones for it.
Well, except for in this environment, they would rust. Like machinery gets screwed up all the time out here. Then you got to go
We're
down
talking
and
about
fix it.
Bruce.
You're talking about a species
Hold
so
on.
advanced that they can make space travel, and you're saying they can't make a rust-resistant material?
They did
Yeah,
though.
us.
If you go to Delhi,
Us.
not New Delhi, Delhi, there's a pillar in the town square or in the middle of the town that is 99% steel or iron. I think it's iron that has not rusted the entire time it's been there.
So, isn't that Damascus steel?
No, it's in
Or am I
India.
getting confused? Oh, okay. Because I remember there was another steel that we had back in the medieval age. It was pretty interesting. It was Damascus steel, and we kind of lost the recipe for it. But it was stronger than normal steel. I forgot the exact story about it though. And I remember scientists were trying to.
And then why can't we recreate it? You're telling me a civilization as advanced as we are can't create something from 300 years ago? Well, longer than
I'm
that.
not saying that.
500,
That is
600,
weird.
no, it's been longer than 1,000 years ago. We can't
No,
recreate
we're
a
talking
technology
about-
from 1,000 years ago. We can't recreate
1,000
freaking Roman concrete. Roman
Actually,
concrete stronger now.
We
I haven't heard of it. What is it?
Literally, I believe, I don't remember the exact recipe, but
I
remember
think
there
they
was a
use
group-
seawater is what they figured out.
Okay. So it took us freaking how many thousands of years to figure out that technology that
To be fair,
existed
Roman
before?
concrete was also weaker than the concrete we got now. The only real feature about it was the self-repairing nature of it. But it was
It
still
got
technically
stronger
weaker.
with time. It got stronger with time. The Colosseum's still standing, for Christ's sakes. That's pretty impressive.
If I remember correctly, it had like this self-regenerative ability because they didn't fully also mix the concrete. So when it came into contact with water over time, it would harden and kind of repair the cracks. But we're talking about Damascus steel in the medieval ages, which existed. I believe the first instance was 500 years ago.
My
At
point
the
being,
earliest.
it's been a long ass time. Why can't we recreate it? You know what I
That's
mean?
neat.
What, like,
It's
technology
expensive.
gets lost. It gets lost, is what it is.
Yeah, well, can I explain? Well, the biggest reason why people believe we lost the recipe for Damascus steel, it was just too expensive to produce. And it took like a lot of man hours and labor, and it's like, I can just make a standard steel sword, so why would I want to make this shit over here? You know what I mean?
If it's stronger and lasts longer.
But it's more expensive. You gotta think of
Okay, fine when you're talking about swords. But let's talk about modern time. I deal with steel in my job all the time. Are you telling me there's a stronger or rust-resistant steel? You know what I mean? There's going to be a need for it in the construction world. Somebody would want it.
It's lost now because the ancient people didn't need it. And it
Okay.
got lost in time.
But why haven't we recreated something like it?
Well, we're working on it. We've gotten close multiple times. It's science.
It should be really easy, seeing how advanced we are.
Why do you mean it should be really easy? How advanced?
Well, that's your argument. Like with the old, like it's not possible for the aliens. Like, where's the proof? What happened at all? Why didn't we understand now? Like, where's the knowledge?
Okay, let me break it down for you real quick. So you're saying that the aliens took this long-ass, fuck-ass journey to our planet for the sole purpose of mining resources. They, for some weird reason, had a justification of making genetically altered people to mine said resources instead of using drones and other means.
All right, let me ask. Do you know what the rarest element in the universe is?
Fuck, I already forgot, but I think it was like gold, wasn't it?
No, water.
Oh,
Water.
That's true.
H2O, motherfucker. It is the rarest in the universe, but it is the most abundant on this planet.
So are you saying we're here mining resources? We're taking water?
I'm saying they entered into a problem that they didn't really have a great solution for with this equipment. And in Brian's theory, they couldn't personally handle the atmosphere, at least not without suits or something. So they needed something that could work in this environment without breaking down, that could feed, think, work, you know what I mean? Adjust to what was going on. That's why he says they created us. My theory is not so much we came here to mine. Mining was part of it, but we came here because we had to. Because the sun's, the Goldilocks zone, the sun expands and shrinks depending on what cycle it's in. And they knew this planet is on its way out. Probably only have a couple hundred years, maybe 1,000 years, and then this place is going to be uninhabitable. Pack up to continue on the species and send a group of people to continue the race to a more inhabitable planet, like Mars to Earth, or perhaps Venus to Earth, depending on which way the sun was going. And there you go. I mean, Mars has definitely got water below the surface. Like, they know there was rivers on it at one point in time.
Oh, that is pretty interesting looking. Sorry, I'm looking at Brian's photograph. I'm trying to look for
So
credibility.
I had to dig in this a little bit more, but I think it's Osiris or Orion or on Orion's belt that this morning star is what they talk about in most civilizations. But I had to dig into it. But
Yeah, Orion's belt. Those 3 stars, that's part of Orion's belt that you always see popping up.
But I believe you guys know what you're talking about, because you're talking about the 3 stars, but isn't there a story in Greek mythology, a story, another one, talking about, like, the 3 sisters? And they're describing how those stars...
most gods that they describe have a star or a celestial body related to them.
No, I just think there's a story.
For some reason, this music is like super loud.
Anyway, no, I think you live the world natural life without needing boring interviews. I'm not going to say aliens aren't out there, because I do think they are, but I don't think they have visited this planet.
But see,
They would have no need or no reason.
another thing that you're arguing with
Unless their planet was dying.
is time. Time is the 4th dimension, dude. We only perceive time how in a linear construct that we created. You know what I mean? Somebody, a being that can exist in the 4th dimension is past time. It doesn't matter. You know what I mean?
So are you saying aliens are 4th dimensional?
No, I'm just saying that there are other dimensions other than what we exist in. We know this, and if a life form could exist in the 4th dimension, it could travel through time.
Okay. And how is these, are they in line the aliens you're trying to talk that created us?
Hold
or are
on,
you
the
just
music's
saying
still
that
too
in
loud.
general?
Say that one more time.
So I'm asking, are these related to your theory, or are you just saying that?
I'm just saying that out loud. Like you're
Okay.
using your argument as like a linear time, but you're basically
I'm assuming. I'm
Yeah.
assuming the
Yeah.
aliens you're talking about in your theory are linear like us, unless
But-
you're saying they're 4th dimensional. Unless, if they're 4th dimensional, why would they come to Earth?
why wouldn't they? It has everything the body needs.
Well,
Well,
if
could you think of somewhere
specifically-
else
you're-
you'd rather be in the universe?
Well, I don't know any other inhabited planets, but I'm
Hmm.
assuming if I was an alien, highly attacked species, I can easily set up a mining outpost on a barren, lifeless planet.
Then
Hell,
how would you
we're-
breathe the atmosphere if it was barren and lifeless?
You don't. You wear suits. You set up hard outposts.
But that
How
doesn't
do you
sound
think we're
very
gonna colonize
efficient.
the moon?
I mean, that's a long way to travel back and forth.
Well, here's what I'm saying. Like right now, humanity
Flight chains
is
would be
trying
hard.
to put people on the moon and set up like a permanent moon base. You know what I mean? We have people on the ISS space station right now. If
Mhm.
I was an alien civilization with advanced technology, I could probably easily establish like colonies and outposts on barren and uninhabitable planets to get anything and
But
anything I want.
Their body would degrade.
That's true.
We're talking about advanced technology here. You don't think
Oh,
they have
so
anti-gravity?
If they have that
Anything-
advanced technology, couldn't they traverse wide open spaces of the universe easily? Just
Well, I'm trying to fucking find a justification for
why would you want to go to a lifeless planet when you could go to a planet full of life?
All right, so what do you think of mine then? You like your planet dying because the sun's like
I mean, Brian,
Goldilocks
this one
chains.
makes no sense. Yours kind of makes sense, but I still.
Why
don't
would it
believe
make no sense? Why would you go to somewhere? All right, so let's say you're planning a vacation, Andrew.
Well, you're talking about mining outposts, not
Oh.
vacations.
But oh my God, like you can do both, can't you?
Why would you vacation at your mining outpost? Why would I want to go over to where they're digging a huge ass hole?
Think
and
about
say,
it.
"Hey,
Think about it
I
like
wanna
this:
sit up
you
here."
go to the beach and you bring home seashells.
Okay.
You know what I mean? It's that simple. You bring home a fish, or you know you go hunting.
Oh.
You know what I mean? You bring back different treasures while you're on vacation. You find something on the ground, you pick it up, a rock that you like, and you take it home. But they're such advanced people, it's as easy as us picking up shit off the ground.
And here's another question: why don't they just terraform planets if they're so advanced?
Again, like what's saying that they didn't do that here?
So you're thinking the reason why life even formed on Earth is because they made it?
I mean, it's not out of the realm of
I
possibilities.
mean, you know, that God created Earth, heaven and earth. Like,
I mean,
every-
like, the point is, there's no evidence like supporting any of these claims. Besides,
There's no
like,
evidence
basic eyewitness
supporting your
stories.
shit.
There are.
Other than the fact that we're just standing here, like we exist.
No, it's fossil and tool-based evidence is
What?
proving my point.
Show me a
Now,
human
I
fossil.
admit-
Show me a human fossil, Andrew. Holy hell!
You want to go? You want to see human fossils? Okay. How many? Which ones?
an actual. I think he's referring more to like a Stegosaurus style fossil, not like just bones.
A human fossil, a fossilized human.
Like,
you realize how long you realize how long it takes to fossilize something?
I think it was about 100 years or 200 years. If-
No, a lot
Not
longer
even
than that,
close.
and it's got to be a perfect condition.
Yeah, there's got to be a perfect
Yeah.
storm of conditions to fossilize bone like that. Like, no,
Okay. Fossil.
there's human remains, but not fossilized humans.
Yeah, that's different.
If there's fossilized humans, then we've been around a whole lot longer than fucking 200,000 years. Which would really throw your arguments out, because, like, if it took that long for us to develop, then something's really wrong.
Well, it's also talking about which group of human are you talking about? Like the human.
It doesn't
family
matter.
tree or us Homo
It doesn't
sapiens?
matter. You're not gonna, not even in our human tree, you're gonna find a fossilized human.
Lucy. Oh, I forgot about Lucy.
Yeah, that's like the oldest human remains, and it's not fossilized.
I'm pretty sure they describe it as a fossil multiple times.
Pretty sure it's human.
Because I get
remains.
what you're. I'm getting what you're trying to say, but I'm pretty sure it's considered "quote unquote" fossil. But I get what you're saying because it's not technically speaking of stone, like Stegosaurus style. That it's not a real fossil; it's remains because you're talking about the difference in time. But I don't think that matters because, like,
Why wouldn't it matter? Like, what the fuck? Like,
because what I'm saying is because there's the difference between a fossil and remains is time.
all right,
but
if I
think the
handed
time
you a hot
scale is
dog
1,000 years.
and told you to eat this sandwich, what would you fucking say?
I'll say okay.
You wouldn't be like, this is actually a hot dog. It's not a sandwich.
Well,
But it
So
kind
now
of
you're-
fits the same criteria, but technically it's not a sandwich.
I thought the Hot Dog Society determined it was a sandwich, or did they determine it was a taco?
The point is, it's human remains are not fossils.
Oh, multiple things I see is recording it as fossil. Why?
Look up how long it takes for something to be fossilized. Like, what are the conditions for something to be fossilized?
Let me look at how long does something have to be old to be considered a fossil.
It doesn't matter about age. There's other conditions. But it's 8:30. We're gonna call it right there. I think everybody's kind of teetered off, anyways.